Good morning, everyone. You're watching Simi TV show and I am Simi. This morning I have a very special woman and I'm really excited for her to be here and just share the journey that she walked with me of how I went from broken to becoming whole. Please welcome my lovely friend Priscilla.
Hi everyone. Hi Simi. Thank you for having me on your show.
Thank you for being here. I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to go straight into the question, okay? What does a wholesome woman look like in today's world?
I think being whole as a woman would look like living life from your heart. Now, it sounds very deep.
Yes.
But, it's a process. It's a journey that all of us women go through. We take. And we never really arrive there,
Okay.
but we go through seasons after seasons, and it's a journey because living life from your heart is who we are as women. That's how we were created, to do life from our heart. We're really nurturers, we're carers, we bring beauty through our heart.
Wow.
So we really must learn how to do life from that place, not out of our insecurities, out of our know-hows. It's interesting, today's women, get their understanding as who they are as women by looking at the cover of a magazine.
Yeah.
So their body image is based on some model's body on a cover of a magazine.
Yeah.
That's just an example, but truly every one of us is different, and all of us were created to be different. And we are supposed to find who we are by knowing ourselves, loving ourselves. That's how we do life.
I love that. Knowing ourselves, loving ourselves. Now, when we started on this journey and when you started spending time and talking with me, I think one of my biggest struggles was just coming from a broken home, right? I never had that daddy figure in my life. So I never had that father's voice ever tell me as a little girl, Simi, you're beautiful. Or Simi, you can do this. Don't be afraid. I'm here to protect you. So I feel one of my biggest security to have that father figure in my life wasn't there. And I really feel it played a huge part in my marriage and who I was as a woman. Can we touch a bit on that?
Every little girl, every woman wants to know. We have a real deep core question on the inside. And that question really is to know if we are really loved.
Yeah.
To know if we are really beautiful. To know if there is someone out there who's going to fight for us, who's going to love us, and truly notice us for who we are as women.
Yeah.
Now, when I talk about beauty, it doesn't just limit or stops at physical beauty. There's so much that encompasses beauty. And it's an inner self where we know that beauty comes from just knowing that we are really loved.
Yeah.
That's just the basic human creation. Every one of us on the planet, we really want to know that we are truly loved, especially for us as women. Just think about that little girl when we were growing up in mom and dad's home, and we put on a new dress and we've got our hair done and we've tried a new hairstyle, and we come out into the living hall, we're twirling around mom and dad, and we want them to notice, particularly our fathers.
Yeah.
Like, Dad, look, I've got something new.
Yeah.
Today we're married women, we are looking at our spouses and say, hey, listen, did you notice I got my hair done? Did you notice I put on something new? We still have that desire to be noticed. We need to understand that it really crushes us. It really diminishes us when we don't receive that affirmation and love for who we are.
Wow. Okay.
That's really powerful because we live life from our hearts. And here's the thing, we cannot love ourselves into wholeness. We receive that love. Again, the word is receive.
Yeah.
We've got to receive it first, as from mom and dad.
Yeah.
It's their approval, the way they raise us up, their involvement in our lives as little girls, as teenage girls.
Yeah.
How did mom model it for us?
Yeah.
Was she happy being a woman?
Yeah.
We understand beauty by watching her.
Yeah.
And then we look at dad and see, hey, was dad around? Was he present?
Yeah.
Was he a difficult man? Was he critical with his words towards us? because the critical words, the harsh words,
Yeah.
the way he treated us as that manly dominant figure in our lives, the first man figure, can really crush us, can really break us down in who we are.
Wow. Okay. You know, just listening to everything you shared, it's so powerful, and that's exactly why I do this and want to shoot these videos, is because for me as a woman, I am on this journey of becoming whole, and I'm passionate about it. Okay.
Absolutely.
And the reason for that is when I look at my sons, I don't want to ever raise them up out of my insecurities, out of my weaknesses or my fears. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, we live in a broken world, Pris.
Yeah.
Okay. I have women watching today who are from broken homes, who've had a really abusive childhood.
Yeah.
I mean, how do they walk themselves on this journey?
Wow.
How do they do it on
Yeah.
their own? What is the first step that they can do?
Yeah, you know, here's the thing, we all have stories to tell. We all have different backgrounds that we come from, and really, there really isn't anyone out there who can say they had a perfect family or
Yeah.
perfect upbringing. So we've got to acknowledge that we all have something that was not right, or something that didn't sit well, or something that happened, something that experienced. I mean, no one's home is perfect.
Yes.
But we, today as women, we grow up, we mature, we get married, we have families, we have children. We have to take responsibility for what has happened to us. We have to take responsibility for our feelings. We have to take responsibility for our choices. And the way forward, the first step forward, is
Yeah.
really to just be able to forgive. Because wherever we've been broken in our hearts, wherever we've been crushed or diminished in our hearts, based on what someone else did to us, automatically our heart learns to just close up.
Yeah.
You know, those walls that we build,
Yeah.
and we don't want to talk anymore, and we stay away, and we
Yeah.
isolate, and
Yeah.
we move away from relationships. Those are just walls. Those are just the ways that we learn to cope with pain and with hurt. So the first way in moving forward, so that the heart can now learn how to give love as well as receive love, we must learn how to forgive. Because forgiveness paves the way for those walls to come down,
Yeah.
for our hearts to be a little bit more softened, so that we can step out of the place where we have isolated ourselves to
Yeah.
be in relationship. Because really, in relationship, whether it's with our spouse, whether it's with people, whether it's with our dads, with our moms, with family, whoever it is, all healing really occurs in relationships.
Hey everyone! Sorry for the interruption, but the video is really long and we don't wanna make long videos, so we're gonna do a part 1 and part 2, right?
That's right.
So stay tuned for part 2. So stay tuned for part 2, which will be coming up next week. But this is us saying we love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.